Big up, people. Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV, man. Make sure that you're smashing the likes as well, man. Leave your comments underneath there. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Obviously, let me know what you think of my take on the game as well. We'll get into it. You know, big up Alex. This is my first fan cam. Doing it without Alex asking me any questions. So bear with me, people. I have written down a few things here that I want to speak about in regards to the game. But man, I can't keep living like this week to week, man. Relief, another 3 points picked up. Right now, I'm just focusing on results. I need these results, but we'll speak about the in-game management because I was not happy with some of the subs and some of the decisions that Pochettino went with today. Even the lineup, I wasn't really happy with the fact that he started Broja and Jackson. You know, starting both of them is a recipe for disaster, man, because Broja just hasn't looked the same, really and truly, this season. He really hasn't. And in January, if it's up to me, I'll be moving him on, man. I'll be moving him on. We haven't got the patience for him and Jackson in this team right now. Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that in a little bit more detail in terms of the in-game management. But let's talk about the first half, man. Because I think in that first half, for me, I thought we were the better team, man. I think we looked like the team that were in control of the game. You know, we looked like the team that was, if anyone was going to score, we were going to score. You know, going away to Luton is not easy. You're playing in a tight ground. You know, the fans are right there, right next to you. And again, we've got a young team. And right now we've got a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was happy with that first half. You know, Cole Palmer, we'll get into him in a little bit more detail because I think we need a little bit of a monologue on him. Yeah, but that first goal, you know, they're telling us that Cole Palmer only scores penalties, but that's a top goal, man. That's a top finish there on his left foot. You know what I mean? Didn't give the keeper any chance to get near it because of how he took it. Very good goal from him. I was happy with him. Madueke, you know, the build-up to actually get that goal as well was really good. I think Jackson was amazing, excellent in that build-up there. And in the way Caicedo just switched it off to Madueke and finishing it like that on the near post on your weaker foot. Madueke, man, he just needs that game time. With him, I look at him quite similar to Mudryk. I think with Mudryk, it's very clear now to see that he's developing and he's improving. With young players, they're only going to get better if you keep playing them. And it's the same thing as Madueke. He's not going to get better if you keep giving him Mickey Mouse minutes, like 5 minutes here and there, or 2 minutes here and there. You know, how is he ever going to develop? How is he ever going to build relationships with the players around him, his teammates and stuff, if he's not getting the minutes? So I know he needs to be working off the pitch. I know he's had a few problems and stuff with, obviously, he went out clubbing and that was it a few months ago. It seems like him and Poch have a little bit of a frosty relationship, but I'm just hoping that that winner against Palace the other day and the goal today that he scored helps him pick on, man, because I've got time for Madueke. I think one-on-one, he's one of our best players in the team. You know, he's always looking to drive at his man. Defensively today, he was quite good as well. Do you know what I mean? I think the main thing with Madueke, he just needs to sort out his end product. But there's definitely a player in there, 110%. So I've got time for him. And obviously, the only frustrating thing with him really is injuries as well. But if he gets his head down, knuckles down, works hard, you know, there's definitely a space for him in his team, man. Because Sterling, he hasn't been pulling up trees every single game. Let's be real about it. I know he gets goals and he gets assists here and there, but he's very inconsistent. So if Madueke keeps going like this, you know, it's gonna be hard for Sterling to find himself back in the team. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously for that third goal, what can I say, man? Cold Palmer again for that third goal, man. Lovely composure for that one, man. But I want to big up Jackson again. Overall, he wasn't that great in the game, to be fair, but he was trying, man. And on that left-hand side, he does seem to be a little bit more comfortable on that side. I know he was playing as a winger before he got moved to the striking position before, but it was good, man. It was good from Disasi, breaking the line straight to Jackson. Good first touch, nice little turn, slipping it through to Cole Palmer. He still had a lot to do. You know what I mean? There was 3 different defenders there trying to chase him and get the ball off of him, but he ended up scoring, man. And what can I say about that celebration, man? Cole Palmer, man. But this guy, honestly, when we signed him, I was on the terrace, you know, big up the terrace, and I was literally saying this guy's polished for a 21-year-old. You know, I watched him a lot at Man City, and it wasn't anything to do with his ability. He always had, you know, every time I watched him in the Champions League or the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, even when he scored against Arsenal in the Community Shield, yeah, and when he scored against Sevilla as well, to win them that trophy, the guy never looks out of place. But the only problem is he always had someone else ahead of him, like Bernardo Silva, Foden, Mahrez on the wing. Do you know what I mean? That it was nothing to do with his ability. So when he came in, I said, I'm excited, man. This is going to be a good signing for us, and he's going to prove a lot of doubters wrong, and he's doing that right now. Do you know what I mean? I just want to read a few stats here with Cole Palmer. So Cole Palmer this season, yeah, he has Oh, let's get it up here. So Cole Palmer for Chelsea, most passes into the box, most chances created, most goal involvements, most goals, most big chances created, most assists. He's the conductor. He's the person that links us from midfield to attack. Do you know what I mean? And I actually prefer him playing in that 10 role as well. I think he's definitely a lot better there because when he plays on the right, he seems to invert quite a lot, to be fair. I like my wingers to stretch the pitch. Palmer doesn't really do that. It's not to say he doesn't do well on the right. I just prefer him centrally where he's a little bit closer to the attacker. And again, he can pick up the ball in between the lines, turn, you know, and create for us. And again, get goals like he did today. So big up Palmer, man. Big up Palmer every single time, man. But yeah, man, I want to speak about the in-game management today, man. Pochettino, again. Enzo Fernandez, you're bringing him on and you're playing him in the 10 when we need to control the game. Because in that second half, we did not have control of the game. And I tweeted at halftime, I literally said, we need maturity and we need to control the game in the second half. Because, listen, we're winning 2-0 right now. And 2-0 in football is not a mad scoreline. All it takes is that one goal and the momentum shifts completely. We've seen this team this season capitulate on multiple occasions. Yeah, these lot are young. They're still learning. Do you know what I mean? This is a new league to them. They're still learning. We're still playing guys out of position like Levi today. I think Levi was actually decent at left back today, but that was only because he was getting quite tight to his man. He wasn't giving them too much time to run at him. Do you know what I mean? That was quite good. But overall, the in-game management was not good enough. You're bringing on Enzo Fernandez when you can clearly see that we need to take the sting out of the game because in that midfield, Caicedo and Gallagher, they weren't controlling it. You know, you're bringing on 5 defenders with like 2 minutes to go of the game. Why didn't you do that earlier? You could see that Luton, all their joy was coming from the wing. You know, every single whip. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, oh my days. And I shouldn't be feeling like that. Do you know what I mean? That's on the manager to manage the game and see where the opponent is being dangerous and fixing it. And he did it way too late. He's too reactive for my liking. He's not proactive enough for my liking. This was a game for Enzo Fernandez to go back into that pivot with Caicedo and just to take the game because overall in the whole game, our build-up from the back wasn't that great because Gallagher, he's not alone. He can't play in the 6 really. And Caicedo, you know, in build-up, he's okay, but there's others who are better than him, like a Enzo or like a Lavia, for example, right? So I was not happy with that, okay? But again, he's got away with it, man. He's gotten away with it today because like I've been saying, you know, I'm after results right now. I don't really give a shit about performances, but we can't let this result paper over the cracks that Pochettino today, that game could have ended differently. Because again, why are we conceding another corner? How many corners are we going to concede? Every time we concede a corner or a set piece, I honestly feel like it's a penalty. I don't know what we do in training. When I watch the replay again, I'm seeing guys ducking. You know, I'm seeing guys closing their eyes. Like, what is actually going on? Thiago Silva today, this shows why you need experience in the team. Because if it wasn't for him, I reckon we bottled that. The amount of blocks that he was getting, the amount of clearances that he was getting today. Amazing performance from Thiago Silva. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm happy. I'll take the 3 points because, you know, you've got teams like Liverpool that have struggled to get 3 points at Luton. You had Arsenal having to score a last-minute goal against Luton away. Apparently, we're the first team to beat Luton home and away this season. We scored 3 goals at the Bridge. We weren't even that great that day, but we were just quite clinical. And then obviously we scored 3 goals today. And listen, I thought today would be a game where Poch might be able to do, you know, experiment a little bit if he manages to get control of the game. But yeah, we nearly crumbled. We nearly crumbled in the end, man. But listen, on to the next one, man. On to the next one because we've got a nice set of fixtures coming up, man. I keep saying this, and then we keep dropping points. We're right behind Man United. Hopefully, Forest do us a little favour. I actually predicted that Forest will win that game. So I'm praying that they do us a favour because there's no way that we should be behind Man United. Like, even the fact that, even when I think of how they beat us, like, I'm still disgusted. By that. Yeah, but we've got a nice set of fixtures coming up, man. So we've got Fulham, we've got Liverpool, Wolves, Palace again. So there's a few games there that we can, you know, start climbing up the table, man. Honestly, second half of the season needs to be completely different to the first half, man, because we've been below par. All the money that we spent, the players that we've got, yes, I understand there's been injuries, but you can't keep playing people out of position and expecting this team to improve drastically. But one thing that I will say is Broja, I think his time's done at the club, man. Honestly, I think his time's done at the club. It's a shame because I had time for Broja, but not at the moment, not in the environment that we're in where we need to have time for this person and that person and that person. I think Broja in January, he needs to get sold and moved on, man. This injury, it seems like it's had a toll on him. Like, he's not even winning his duels anymore. He's not trying to jump anymore. When I go to the bridge and I watch him in person or away games, he just doesn't look at it anymore. You know, apart from the Fulham game this season, he's been poor in every cameo. And he started a few games. He started against Burnley, he started against Newcastle. He started in a few games and he's been poor. He started again today. He started last game. You know, it's not good enough. So yeah, man, Broja, I think he needs to go in it. But honestly, Poch, he needs to improve. He needs to improve quickly as well, because these games are still coming thick and fast at the moment, right now. So yeah, man, I'll take the 3 points, like I said, but I still need to see better from the manager, man. But listen, up the Chelsea every single time. Like I said, smash the likes, people. Let me know what you think on my thoughts below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the game. And yeah, till the next time. Peace.